If you've got bored of making the same paneer recipes over and over again, then this recipe is something that you will love. Though I have used paneer, you can always substitute any of my paneer recipes with tofu. Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bumbi. Here is some water that is on medium-high heat. In it goes a large onion sliced, a green chilli, 2-inch length cinnamon stick, a black cardamom which is optional, a dry bay leaf, 6 green cardamoms and 6 cloves. You need to allow all these to boil for about 6 to 7 minutes. Now here I have taken 1/4 cup of almonds. I soak them in hot water for an hour or an hour and a half. You can also soak them overnight, but in that case you do not need to use hot water. Drain all the water and transfer them to a blender. Add about 1/2 cup of milk. My vegan friends, you can use almond milk or coconut milk or any plant-based milk of your choice. You need to blend the nuts to a smooth paste. This is how smooth it needs to be. Okay, after 7 minutes, this is how the onions are looking. Discard the black cardamom and bay leaf and drain all the water. Since I am in a rush today, I cool them down using chilled water. Then everything goes into the blender. Though the cinnamon stick becomes soft after boiling, still I prefer tearing it into small pieces. You need a smooth paste like this. Next, coming to the star of the show, the paneer. Though you see me making these fancy cuts, you definitely don't need to do that. Okay, I've taken a tablespoon of oil in a pan. Heat it on high heat. Before the oil turns too hot, start adding the paneer. Since the paneer at our Indian grocery store is always sold as frozen, there is lots of liquid content in it. That's why a lot of splattering. So a splatter screen helps my camera lenses from getting bombarded. As you can see, a lot of water is released and that's because they were frozen. Always fry the paneer on high heat or else they turn out to be rubbery. I added just a little sprinkle of chili powder and salt. Do not fry the paneer too much as then again they may become hard and chewy. When they get this little brown color along the edges, add about 1/4 cup of hot water to the pan. Then switch off the heat and let the paneer sit in the hot water until it is time for them to go into the gravy. This will make the paneer very soft. Let's now make the gravy or sauce, whatever you may want to call it. 4 tablespoons of oil is heating over medium heat. Today I am using shahi jeera, that is black cumin seeds. But if it is unavailable at your place, just use regular cumin seeds. Then a teaspoon of finely grated ginger and 2 teaspoons of finely grated garlic goes in. Fry them on medium-low heat for a minute. Then it is spice time. So add just a splash of water to bring down the temperature of the pot and add the spice powders. A teaspoon of Kashmiri chilli powder. You can also use paprika if you want to avoid the chili heat. A teaspoon of turmeric powder and 2 teaspoons of my homemade sabzi masala. I have given the link to the sabzi masala video in the description box below the video, so please check that out. Now, what if you do not want to make the sabzi masala? Though I strongly recommend making it, you can use curry powder instead. Or my viewers from India, you can use Kitchen King masala. That also goes very well in this. Fry the masala in low heat for a few seconds and then add the boiled onion paste. Stir on medium heat for about 4 to 5 minutes. As you can see, the oil has started to float on top, so time for the almond paste to go in. I added another 1/2 cup of milk. You can also add water, but you know milk always brings in that extra richness. Or my vegan friends, as I said earlier, you can use any plant-based milk. Then 2 teaspoons of salt. Now the problem with any nut-based gravy is that there is a tendency of things settling at the bottom of the pot. So heat should be very low and you need to stir it very frequently. I felt the color was too pale, so I added a teaspoon of paprika. Then I crushed about a teaspoon of kasuri methi, that is dried fenugreek leaves, and added that. My friends, do not worry if you cannot find kasuri methi. It will still be very delicious without it. And then something for which I am very disliked by many, that is a teaspoon of sugar. It is totally optional. I use just to balance the flavors, and that 1 teaspoon won't make this an almond dessert curry, trust me. But again, please do not add sugar if you have any concerns. Finally, the star of the show dives into the pool of almondy goodness, and please scrape out every bit of that goodness from the pan in which you had fried the paneer. Now cover it on very low heat just for 3 minutes. Please do not simmer for long, as things will start settling at the bottom of the pot, and then you will get this burnt aftertaste. And we are not making a burnt almondy deliciousness today. Okay, after 3 minutes, add some chopped coriander leaves or any herbs of your choice, and you are done. Here I would like to mention that at this point, if you find the gravy to be too thick, you can add a little bit of water or milk to thin it out, because the gravy thickens more once it cools down. You can store this in the refrigerator for 4 to 5 days. Just remember this, when reheating it, you can add few more tablespoons of water to thin out the gravy. If you add water, do a taste test in that case, because you may need to add a little bit of salt. This goes very well with naan, paratha, roti, or even rice. The paneer becomes soft and cottony. And that gravy, my friends, that gravy is rich, velvety, and divine. Please click that like button if you've enjoyed watching this video, and please consider subscribing. Bye-bye.